Ito, Oshio, feathers up, feathers up. Welcome to the Happy to Be Nappy show, yo. And I am your host, Chief Tanis Iskatani Hadapushkik Takomi, which means little butterfly under the moonlight, also known as Queen Goddess. When it comes to natural hair care and self-published author. This is my book, The Dark Sides of a Woman by Queen Goddess, a collection of short stories about women in relationships. Okay, so the last time, and don't forget my spoken word CD on CD Baby. Okay, so the last chapter that I read to you guys was, let me turn to it so you can see. White ain't always right. Okay, that was a serious story. Everybody enjoyed it live, and I've been encouraged to do the second chapter. Everybody's been asking me to do chapter 2. And so I'm just going to just read a little bit of chapter 2. I'm not going to go into too many details. Okay, so this is chapter 2. I want you to see it. Chocolate Tropical Delight. See that? See those beautiful Egyptian women? That's who we are. Okay, because Egypt is Timeri here in America. Egypt was always here. We have the most pyramids, the most mounds. We have everything. Egypt, America is the old original land, and Africa is the other land. This is the motherland, and we have to know that. When I wrote this book, I was seriously under the whole Rastafari culture, not listening to my parents, who was basically telling us that we were original from this land right here. And as a result, you know, so happy that my parents are alive and that I followed them, and I'm on track. I know who I am. O negative right here, original and indigenous to North America. Okay, so we're going to start reading chapter 2, Chocolate Tropical Delights. Ming was a very beautiful woman. Her father was Korean and her mother was Mexican. She was born in Ohio in a very upper middle class neighborhood. Her parents owned their own supermarket in the hood. The only time Ming saw so-called black folks was when her parents brought her to the supermarket, which was not often. When Ming was 14 years old, she remembered her father being upset with her because she was playing video games with a so-called black Puerto Rican girl and boy. Ming's father told her that she was not allowed to play with niggers and spics, that they were only in the community to get their money, and that was all. Ming was so hurt by what her father said that she began to hate men, all men, that day. Her mom didn't talk very much, but that day she had something to say. She told Ming a woman must always stay in her place because the man is the head of the house and makes all the rules and decisions. Well, this just exasperated Ming. She made up her mind that when she graduated high school, she was moving far away from her parents, especially her father. Time went by fast. As soon as Ming graduated from high school, she headed for California to go attend Berkeley College. Ming had lived a sheltered life. She didn't know the Mexican side of the family because her mom thought she was too good for them. Moreover, the Korean side of the family didn't understand why their son married a Mexican. Both sides was always at odds with each other. As Ming reflected on her childhood, she remembered the last time she saw both sides of her family together. She had just turned 10. Ming's parents decided to give a dinner party to celebrate Ming's birthday and their success in business and marriage. Ming convinced her mom to invite her side of the family. Her father had invited his side of the family already. What a wonderful mix of culture this will be. Everything was fine until the Mexicans got drunk. A fight broke out when a Mexican man came onto a married, flirtatious Korean woman. It then became the worst birthday and dinner party ever. Food was scattered everywhere. There was broken beer and wine bottles all over the place. Their best china and crystal was ruined. The cops had to be called to get both sides out of their house and stop them from fighting. Both sides of the family were angry with Ming's parents and never forgave them. From that day on, their neighbors became their family. Ming was so happy to be far away from her parents. She was multicultural, and her parents were not. Now she was able to communicate with a diverse group of people, and there was no one to tell her she could not. In her community, she was called a mutt and a half-breed, especially at school. The white kids had been the worst. They called her cruel names constantly. She couldn't wait to get away from her heartless classmates and boring community. Ming received a biology scholarship to go to Berkeley, and she lived on campus. She felt as if she was in heaven. Now she could hang out with everybody she wanted. The so-called blacks, Latino, Asians, the black Indians, which are the black people, American Indians, Arabs, Muslims, and white. She was finally free, and her freshman year went by very fast. Ming was very popular on campus. This was far from the treatment she had been used to getting. She was feeling good about herself, but she had one dark secret. She had no love for men. Ming was obsessed with women, and so-called black women in particular, those melanated copper color honeys. Her secret was simply destroy her parents. They always hoped that she would fall in love with a nice, rich white boy. Ming was cool with white boys, but she wasn't feeling them on that level. They were cool to go out to a movie, dinner, and have a few drinks, but they was never getting in between her legs, especially now that she was aware of her sexual preference. So I'm going to leave it right there because I'm going to come back this evening and I'm going to pick back up. But as you know, you can always get the ebook, you can get the audio book, or you can get the paperback or the hardcover of The Dark Sides of a Woman, a collection of short stories about women and relationships. Okay, and this is what I want to show you. When you go online, here it is, Happy to Be Nappy. It's the website. Okay, there's the book. Okay, so it'll take you to Amazon for the book, and you have to enter these characters to make sure, but go right here and go to shop and you go down. Here's the book. Okay, it's right here online on Amazon. There it is. You can buy it anytime. Paperback is $13.95. We have Kindle, we have a hard copy, and then we have the audio book as well on iUniverse. So feel free to purchase this book, collection of short stories about women in relationships, and they always are so amazing. So thanks for watching, and get your copy, and I'll be back this evening to read another chapter. Peace, and at your hair crease, much love and light. Make it a great day and read you a great short story. It's nothing like reading a short story. And you know, as I was reading the first chapter about the undercover of alcoholic, which was the fireman, I started thinking about one forking Gordy, the fraud, because I had wrote a story about an undercover alcoholic. Didn't know that I was going to attract one into my life, but every life is a short story. So thanks for watching. Don't forget Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, CD Baby, self-published author Queen Goddess, and also Natural Hair Care. If your hair is busted, Queen Goddess can fix it. Not only do I write books, I'm also an aromatech massage therapist as well. Okay, and I'm the most best organic hair care products on the market. Get that stop hair loss now. Okay, our famous orange oil, so amazing. So these are the products. And of course, this is the book on Amazon. Okay, so support the beautiful cause of the Chief Tanis Iskatani Haraprishkit Takomi. Feathers up, feathers up, feathers up. Make it a great day. Peace and love.